It's fun. What is your channel name?
Radioactive.
Okay.
I think it's going now.
Yep, it looks like it is.
You can click on it.
Yeah, I am. And I can hear your voice. It's working. Maybe run your auto racks a little bit to test the audio.
Why can't I click on it?
Well, it's because it's probably your stream.
So I can't hear anything.
Yeah, remember how last time I gave you my phone?
I do not.
Yeah, I gave you my phone to use.
Hello? I'm sorry. Okay, that should be working now. Thankfully. Hello, TD. Just gonna be working on camp building today. So, these instanced interiors I can design. They aren't affected by the outside map. There's a whole lot of them. Oh wait, let me go to the main one that I use. This is one that I use for going to other nearby camps, all my other shelters. I use this one to access all my other ones. Can you guys hear the gameplay? I guess you can't, unfortunately. This one's main draw is that you can drop a nuke out here. And then otherwise it's just smaller. Wow. Drop it on the instance interior with nothing in it. I'm going to head to the one that I was working on with TD the other day. We're going to be making a New Vegas themed camp. And I've already set out a few things that I plan on using, like farm equipment and dinosaur outpost, canopy tent, some other tents. Even though I've never played much in New Vegas. We definitely could try. I've got some walls and stuff, but I've never played it that much, so I'm not sure exactly what it looks like. But I know that's the one with the dinosaur out front. I'm going to store all of these so I can place them in a moment when I figure out a good location. I have a free cam build mode to make it a little bit easier. So you guys have to listen to all the mouse clicking. But this shelter has, I put a pillar in each corner so we know where the edges of this buildable area is. You get this huge desert plain. So I guess that depends on where the back of Novak would be, because it's a motel. I put the back of Novak somewhere near, more towards the back of the shelter. What flooring did they use? Got a lot of options. I never use any of these. I usually just use pre-built structures. Maroon carpet. Got an orange shag carpet. It's just, that's pretty close, right? Maroon shag. What color was the outside of the motel? The Woodland Mansion, I know. That one is just absurd. I prefer the Winter Retreat though, ever since they added it. I quite like this one. Should I add a little raider area in the corner or something? I've not gotten to use this yet. I did not realize there's blood all over this one. What do you guys think of a raider themed area over in the corner somewhere? Even though I'm pretty sure New Vegas had a serious lack of raiders. Grayish wooden planks. Boat in the middle of the desert. So I gotta make an outpost of some kind. TD at least wanted a ranger outpost somewhere in here. Fire watchtower. We could put it over here in this corner. Even though a lot of the building materials I have for New Vegas can't be placed in this shelter. Or any shelter for that matter. We have some tents we could place. Let's see, shelter ends at this line. So we could have a little bit of space. We don't have any sandbags, but we do have structures that have sandbags incorporated into them. Like this one is made entirely out of sandbags. And this one is made partially out of sandbags. If either of those strike your guys' fancy. I think the wall that would work best to be used as sandbags or some sort of sandbag stand-in would be, where is it? Not that one. Get some concrete walls. Do they use walls like this at all? I genuinely have not played enough New Vegas to know. Are walls like this? Barbed wire. Yeah, the communist fence. Wow, these do not look like they connect right. Why did it? It leans, great. That's funny. I did not know about that. We could put tent in the corner. This type of fence doesn't have a gate, though. That's never stopped me before. Sorry, this thing comes on a big, ugly concrete foundation, by the way. That's just how it is. Alright, it's starting to look pretty okay. Put a big generator in the corner. I feel like that would be surrounded by this fence. Oops. And it connects from that corner. Which if we did that, it would be turned like this. Nah. Use that in a bit. But stored, we have shrub. We can use this to make this look a little bit less egregious. We could put a bathroom in the corner. Maybe in the corner here. This thing always looks too high up. So I'm going to place a stash box. Look at the other one. What do you guys think? Does that look good? Giant fake mural. I wish they'd clean up these categories. Floor decor is just ridiculously large. Here it is. Oh my good lord, it takes forever. There we go. Now they produce a kind of normal looking step. Wasteland debris. Feel free to shout out any items that you think look particularly New Vegas-y. Maybe do them this way. Nah. That doesn't give any walking room in the middle. We could do a mix of both. Or maybe we could put the map up here in the actual fire watch tower. Maybe I should put the beds in the one in the corner. Train cars. I have a few train car options. That one was definitely not New Vegas. I got the magical pink donut one, which I don't think is very fitting either. We got the prison train car, but that again comes in a giant ugly concrete slab. And we have we've got the big train car. We could put those somewhere. Let me just store them for now. This thing floats in every shelter. Is this New Vegas-y at all? We don't have any NCR flags, but we could go with just a pride flag.
My favorite NCR flag. Hey, it's not Caesar's Legion, so it fits.
Put that somewhere. We could do porta potties over here. We got the ugliest chairs on earth. I have no idea what happened to Fallout 4 New Vegas. I never really kept up with it. But I have not heard of it in a long time, so... Oh, we could put this somewhere for sure. They did release Fallout 4 Britain. That looks nice. Maybe not right there. Probably should have some file cabinets. Okay, it does not clip with the wall this time. Maybe put an extra cardboard box up here. Ooh. Yeah, my boyfriend was also looking for the stinging receptacle for the Gatling plasma. He did find it. He is very happy about it. Because everybody wants to use the Gatling plasma.
Red.
I'm more of a melee guy. It's my big, ugly weapon. You'd be surprised, but I am not happy with the raids making my build completely useless. Super excited for the ghoul update though. I've already prepped my build. Partially. You know, I can't get all the new perks yet, but I'm ready for it. Vampire shredding minigun. That is certainly a melee weapon. It's better than a lot of melee weapons, funnily enough. I noticed this just yesterday, but why does the turrets have a shadow and no other object does, but my character does? Except for shoes, of course. Maybe put the wood stove in this corner instead. It's all fun and games until while you're walking up the stairs, somebody pushes a wood stove on your head. That doesn't work. That doesn't quite work. It is odd. I hope someday they allow us to build allies and stuff in shelters. That would be so nice. The Pyromaniac 4-star. I've actually been pretty lucky with my 4-stars. I got all the good ones for my auto axe. And my armor ones are pretty okay. Both my legs have saw bones. And both my arms have whatever the bruisers. Still need one for my torso though. Holy fire, yeah. And look, it doesn't even clip. Oh, that's a tarp? I thought it was like a sheet of metal or something. That's cool.
What the? Why are they attacking me?
How do you think this is looking so far?
Oh my god.
Just pretend that flag is a New Vegas flag for the NCR. The lighting is so hard to work with. Just set that here for now. Ooh, a siren might be a good idea. Oh yeah, that place is very messed up. At that point I would have just died. They're stronger than a bunch of the American military in the Fallout universe, just sitting there waiting. Not that I'm calling the current US military strong. Oh, I'm glad that they finally put this in shelters again. Well, that's more of a farm item. Hold on. Maybe make some sort of vehicle.
Oh, what the? Oh my god, I'm almost dead.
That's a little bit too big for this area. We got a lot of the strongest, a lot of things. Doesn't mean we got the right people in charge, unfortunately.
Oh, that's where the strange book collectible came from.
does obviously clip. What should the head honcho of this camp's tent look like? Because obviously he gets it better. They had these in New Vegas. You can put at least one of these somewhere. Maybe I'll set this over here. Oh yeah, this is what I was looking for. That looks as close as to sandbags as we can get. Don't know why they have random stuff under Florida core instead of its appropriate category. This shrub is just dead enough looking to be in this big empty desert. I'll save that for later. New Vegas, they didn't just dump their nuclear waste barrels everywhere like they did in Fallout 4. So I don't just have everywhere to put these.
What? TPHDS.
Oh, which desk?
No, I didn't say anything.
This one? I also got this option. Oh yeah, we have these guys, which are as close as we're gonna get to the Securitrons.
Six,
Evident.
4,
Red,
8,
green,
8, 4.
and Blue Ridge Caravan flavors.
There we go.
Oh shoot, we could make this a lot more Little Yang Z feeling if I put in the prison car. Yikes. I'll make sure to not put that super close to this corner of the shelter.
What?
Those don't look as dead vegetable bush shrub-like as I'd like. But I'm sure I'll still find a use for most of them. I'm personally more of a fan of anti-armor, but since I'm a melee build, I already get Incisor, which is like anti-armor, but better. So, probably Aristocrats. Yeah, sometimes Aristocrats also, the numbers get super low. But I'm excited for those ghoul perks. I will be adding a lot of them. I've been prepping for it. Have you seen any of like the perk updates that they're going to be doing? A bunch of perks are getting changed. Like Pack and Light's about to be like an amazing perk. Ironclad's about to be a 3-cost perk for a much better bonus. This is about to be a 2-cost perk. Tenderizer is going to be 2 cost instead of 3. Gonna make this a chem lab up here. Yeah, Demo Expert is gonna be a much cheaper perk. It's only gonna be like 3 cost instead of 5. There's actually a whole list of just a whole bunch of perks are getting changed. And some of those ghoul ones are going to be really good, but some of them aren't going to be useful at all. I've always been full health, never been bloodied, so a lot of this is just going to be an improvement for me. What build do you specialize in? I'm assuming since you're talking about the Gatling Plasma, you're going for a heavy gunner something? The shelter just doesn't feel as big as the Toxic Wasteland one. Hello, New Days. These things always take a while to load because I've got them packed to the brim. The build limit doesn't go much higher. You guys might recognize some of these. I was working on a Fallout New Vegas shelter, but I'm going to pause that for a little bit. These windows took a lot of work. Fitting up all those potted plants and putting a wall in the backdrop with some blue lighting. Stacking it up with plants to make it look like a alleyway window with plants growing in it. Except for the one in the bathroom, of course. Not suspicious at all. And this one's like hunting lodge themed. The nice recessed fireplace, matching flooring, nice couch. Pool table for the boys. Hunting trophies. Rather like that one. I've been working on the new Enclave one here and there. It's not a Fallout New Vegas shelter, it's just like a big open desert. So I was just building New Vegas themed objects in it. And hopefully I can make it look like a location in New Vegas at some point. They have a pit themed shelter though. And yes, there are gambling machines I can place. I think they're under this category. Are they not under that? Are they under floor decor? That'll take like 5 minutes to find. This huge mess. Ooh. Ah, here it is. Gambling machine. This is the original one. It just gives you like caps. And they've got a pot of gold. Try and get some lighting on this thing. And they have smaller gambling machines that you can place on countertops and stuff. because they had an Atlantic City update. I've been playing 76 for the past 5 years. Like, right when Wastelanders dropped, I picked it up, and it's been really good. And there's Blinky. Everybody likes Blinky. Blink. I have not been able to finish this Enclave themed shelter because it's just, I don't know, kind of odd. You can't really do anything with these sections over here at all. Oh, yeah, the TV show? They had some items that came out when the show dropped, or like right before it too. They had the Vault 33 jumpsuit. They have the Ghouls outfit. They had a backpack, but it was like a Twitch drop if you paid for somebody's Twitch premium, so I didn't do that. Sorry about the constant moving. I think that was more of an Amazon thing because Amazon bought Bethesda. So that was probably more of an Amazon choice. Look, we can go to... Oh, well. Let's see. Do you guys want to see the pit first or the Fallout 4 Sanctuary location? I put a lot more work into the pit one. But I could just go to the pit right now. The pit or Atlantic City. And also they expanded the map down here, so there's the Shenandoah National Park. Yeah, this is the pit shelter that I've worked on. Been building it for quite a while now. I kind of stopped a while ago though, but because they adjusted, so one of the walls that I placed in the pit shelter became like not allowed in shelters for like a week, and then it deleted it, so I either had to rework the whole wall or something, and I just didn't want to. You got the little shelter that you come in through. Cool thing, I placed a chimney underneath here to make it look like the sewer is releasing steam. Need some traffic lights. Got a tavern. Slocum's Joe. And kind of like this under construction location. Prison cell. People obviously inhabited it post-war. Nuka-Cola location and car releasing. With a power armor that I think looks pretty good. None of these pieces go to the same set of armor. I just put them together to make them look nice. The chimney is how I got it underneath the map. So this is what it looks like. It releases steam and it's supposed to be placed on top of a fireplace. But I've placed it underneath the map, so the steam that usually comes out of it, it just happens to look like it's coming out of the sewer. Because if you go down this street and you go over here, you can get outside of the map boundaries in free cam and you can see it right over here. And trust me, I know that this giant thing should be closer to the ground, but it won't let me place it there. Gooded car gate, and I made this a raider location. Ooh la la. Head honcho. The goons. Destroyed office. I have played No Man's Sky. I have like 30 hours in it, but I come back to it occasionally, and every time, like that one ship that they released, Steam had an issue, and I failed to get like that ship that they made like a Steam DLC, which sucked, because I really wanted to get that. I wanted to put Joey Bello here doing a comedy act, but they don't allow allies in shelters, so this just continues to be a small bar with a dining area upstairs. And then you've got seating, outdoor seating, and up here you've got vending machines, a ladder. This takes me to my toxic wasteland, but this vending machine is a secret door. They had a giant and Subnautica type planets. That's cool. I always found it weird how, while I was playing it, that some of the only planets that had, like rusted metal were planets without an atmosphere, because it doesn't make much sense. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I've been working on that one for a while. This toxic wasteland shelter is the one I mess around the most in. Oh yeah, you can. I did not play much of No Man's Sky, but I did play a bit of it. The only death that I had, I was playing on like normal mode, and the only death I had was I went to the space anomaly and the floor didn't load, so I fell through the floor into the void of space and froze to death. The first shelter I made, I have scrapped that one. I don't have that one anymore. But my favorite shelter that I've ever made was this one, the summer camp. It'll take like a whole minute to load in because there's just so much stuff I put in it. So like, it normally looks kind of like this, where it's just like empty, excluding these few little objects that loaded in, excluding that big tent over there. I still have a shelter from back when you could place the nuclear winter stash boxes in the shelters. I wish they'd bring that's been like something that they need to have done so long ago. This one is a big homage to Season, or like the map expansion for the Shenandoah National Park. Got some lightning harvesters. I managed to put that burnt Volt suits. Lots of trees. The Volt 63 door. You got some like vacation housing. Here's a Volt one they were working on. Them building one of these lightning harvesters. I spent literal probably over like 8 in real life hours making this shelter. Probably more. Got some water. Yes, this does take place in West Virginia. Boat in the lake. And up here you got, this is like, since they had a lot of Boy Scout stuff for the season, I made a Boy Scout area. Medical tent. And like the big, all the beds that they sleep in. And then a map with their location on it. I tried to use as much stuff from that scoreboard as I could. And they've got a dining area over on this side opposite to those bungalows. Thank you. I am very happy with this one. This one is the one that I'm the most proud of. A nice little place to eat there. Tried to save as much space as possible because I hit the actual build limit and couldn't build more. Is Far Harbor a national park? I did not know that. And then here's the boss of that. One of the very few bosses in the game. Just like a piece of it. And then you got its arm in there. Obviously they're delivering stuff to be built here. And then I've got a huge hunting lodge to put all my hunting lodge stuff in. Which is kind of a repeat of my house on the surface, but a little bit less detailed. Fireplace. All the helmets from that came out with that update. Nice bedroom, dining room, kitchen, and then bedrooms with a table. Got one bedroom, and you got this bedroom, which is very nice. The boss was like, yeah, big robo brain. fireplace, hot tub, Brahmin grill. Let me go to my surface camp. Oh, I love that outfit. The one with the peg leg. It's made out of rad scorpion pieces. I also love the one with the prosthetic arm. Those are so awesome. This camp has everything I need. Very angry clouds, yeah. I appreciate all the stuff that came out in that update. That was honestly better than I was hoping for. And I've been wanting to play as a ghoul ever since I was like 13 and played Fallout 4 for the first time. I am very excited to be able to finally play as a ghoul legitimately. It's a launching targeting computer. Why do I have that? Oh, somebody probably did whatever it's called. Oh, the red cloud from Dead Money. Thank you, kitty. This is my kitty missile launcher. Missy for short. The original storyline for 76 was about a weather control machine, which is what the Fort Atlas was supposed to be. But I'm glad that they actually used it for a questline at all. Kitty. 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 This is my mainstay camp that I use the most. Mothman area. I merged an object with the TV to make it look like there's something playing. The car, he's given me a missile launcher before, I'm pretty sure. There's Point Pleasant, home of the Mothman. Which storyline? The, like, genuine original one about the Scorched Plague and automation? Relevant. Or the Wastelanders one about Vault 79? Or the Brotherhood of Steel one about FEV? There's a few main storylines, I feel like. Oh, the one about automation? I like bits and pieces of it. I especially love that DMV part that's like so bad it's good. I enjoyed the That one's okay. How much of the game have you played? New Days? Because I've done like everything besides the repeatable ones. I do miss the fact that I didn't do like the settler quests, and I did just the raider ones because I was told that you could only do the raiders or the settlers, so I did the raiders, and I didn't realize you could also do the settlers. So I missed. I later had to buy the Chinese stealth suit for way more than it should have been. Nice. Well, I'm glad you had fun doing it. I played this game mostly alone for most of my time. My brother played it briefly when we first started, and it just didn't click with him the same way it did with me. I'm not a minigun build, so I don't use it. But I think the ammo maker is worth it, and I'm a melee build. I do carry 2 weapons with me, though. Oh yeah, the reason I came up here was we were talking about that robot from the caravan and Shenandoah National Park DLC. That's okay, TD. You don't have to worry about it. We've got other things to talk about. Yeah. Fallout 4 would do that to you. This game, they're not as powerful. Though they are used more sparingly in this Fallout game. In Fallout 4, they were, like, everywhere. Yeah, in the first game, yeah, Deathclaws were cryptids. I'm so happy that this game brought in cryptids. It does add a new flavor to the game. They've hinted at a few new ones over time. Because, let's see, there's that giant thing on the side of the mountain next to the Brotherhood of Steel, the rock. They showed that one. And they hinted at the Veggie Man. They brought in Indrid Cole, which can't be killed. He's special, I guess, but he's actually in the game. New Vegas always has weird progression, I feel like. It tries to lure you to New Vegas, but not by going there directly. You have to avoid the Cazadors and the Death Claws. And when you do get there, it's kind of like, okay, I did it. I beat New Vegas. That's always funny to me. The shelter has terrible lighting, by the way. And it's Todd Howard making his favorite place in the world, Sanctuary, again. Ooh, Sanctuary. Remember Sanctuary from Fallout 4? Hope you like it, because in this shelter you're gonna love it, or the lighting will burn out your eyes. Are the Intelligent Death Claws canon? Ah, the lighting. The lighting in this shelter is just horrid. I like the Fallout 4 player home being remade. Without the closets, you just got this hallway here. Frank Horrigan. Frank Horrigan, I've never played the first two, but people act like they're super serious all the time and that Bethesda ruined the humor of the franchise. But those games had a lot of funny moments too, from what I've seen. I think the Fallout 1 and 2, their canon is like Schrodinger's canon. It's only canon if they say it is. Only when you see it. I have the Frank Horrigan armor that they added in the raids. It's basically, it is Frank Horrigan's armor, just scaled down. He's locked up for his crimes. I'm also excited that I remember the season where they were finally adding just a clean toilet, and I was super excited about it. Because I just wanted to have a clean bathroom instead of a dirty, rancid toilet. Where's Steve to join the Enclave? I thought that sentence was heading somewhere else, I'm not gonna lie. I think this is my oldest shelter that I still have, by the way. That clown murdered my uncle and stole his pants. I did set this thing on fire, though, to make it look like you can't get back out. This is back when you could still place the nuclear winter stash boxes in shelters. Just supposed to be an entrance to the vault. You get your picture. You go to the ID dispenser. This is my first attempt at like decorating the windows. I remember reworking this area a few times just because I liked the lighting in here. With these lightings, this lighting put like this. Choir. I've revisited a few times, but I've never just gone in and actually finished it. '90s house on the inside. I've tried to make all my shelters at least somewhat interesting to look at. Have you ever noticed that Protectrons from far away just kind of like their whole model moves back and forth in the same fashion as them walking? Also, cursed item. For some reason, one time when I logged out and logged back in, my circuit breaker lost its skin, so now it's just a regular 10mm. The heart wrencher. I have 2 slug busters. Albino radstag blood. I've graduated college 3 times, or army training. I'm sure at least a few of these items are ones that you're... Like, I've gotten these all legitimately, it's just they don't all feel like I should have them. Cursed items. Oh yeah, I do actually have cursed items. Or maybe I don't.
I have cursed broadsider. That's all I got.
Oh yeah, like the clean Mr. Handy fuel that I saw on the ground at Meat Week one time. Like, I've never seen anybody else have this. It's so nice though. It's
Oh, I've
clean.
seen it a bunch. Lots of people have that one. But it's a very rare item though.
Or collectible baseball.
That I've never seen.
Arthur Woods lighter. Very specific item. Antique table knife. Never seen more than once. I'm very glad to have some of these weird legacy items that have not been brought back for a long time.
Shit.
I still have some of the Atlas Donators provisions back from before they added the Brotherhood to Fallout 76. These came out like right before they were added in. I still have 5 of them. And I'm waiting for them to eventually allow me to display them somewhere, somehow. Yeah, they don't make those anymore. Maybe someday they'll reintroduce them because I still have their files and whatnot. That's an old item you just can't get anymore. Well, I'm probably gonna head off, guys. But I really have enjoyed actually showing you guys some of my favorite stuff. Because I'm a little weirdo who likes showing off the stuff that I'm passionate about. Hope you all have a nice night.